All right, hi y'all, welcome to our 2 acres. Chloe and I are taking over today. We are going to make some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Chloe's going to preheat our oven for us to 350 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and start that. To our mixing bowl, we are going to add 1 stick of butter, softened. You don't want it melted, just softened to room temperature. If it's melted, it will make the cookies flatten out and be really thin and crispy. We want nice pillowy cookies, so we're going to leave that just softened. And to that, we are going to add our sugar and our brown sugar. Put it in there. All right, start that, Chloe. We are going to cream this together so that the butter and the sugar become incorporated, and it kind of helps to dissolve the sugar a little bit in the actual cookie. So let's go ahead and start that. Okay, so we creamed together our butter and our sugars. Chloe's just scraping down the sides a little bit. You can see the sugar and the butter have all kind of incorporated together, and it's gotten a little bit lighter and a little bit fluffy. So next we're gonna add our other ingredients. All right, our butter and sugar are creamed together. To that, we are going to add 2 eggs. Chloe's gonna crack our eggs. And a tip that I like to have is when I'm working in the kitchen with my kids, I like to have them crack the eggs into a small bowl. That way, if they get any shell in there like that, you can easily scoop it out and you're not having to dig through your dough or your batter or whatever you're making. It's just an easier way to get those shells out. Okay, so Chloe's gonna crack those eggs. We're also gonna add in a teaspoon of baking soda, and I've dissolved the baking soda in a teaspoon of water. We're just gonna put that in there, and we're gonna add our vanilla. I don't like to measure vanilla. If you're measuring, it's a teaspoon. If you're eyeballing, it's a splash. Okay, you put the eggs in?
Yep.
All right, you put the eggs in. Together. We're going to mix those together until it is all incorporated. Perfectly. Okay. Turn that on. Mix until incorporated, and then we'll add our next ingredients. All right, those are all mixed in. Next, we're going to add in our flour and our salt to our mixture. We're gonna start this mixer on low so that our flour does not poof out all over us. All right, the last thing we're gonna add is our chocolate chips. I like to use semi-sweet chocolate chips. Chloe's gonna taste them, make sure no one will die. I like to use semi-sweet chocolate chips. At this point, you can use dark chocolate chips. You could use white chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, butterscotch chips, any really kind of chips you want. You can put mini M&Ms in here. You can just swap them out for the chocolate chips. You can also do a mixture of peanut butter chips and chocolate chips, whatever you prefer. This one's just basic chocolate chips, so in they go.
That tastes perfectly fine, by the way.
Oh, perfect, great. All right, our dough is all mixed together. We're gonna lower this down, and I'll show you how to scoop these out next. All right, we are gonna get these cookies scooped up. We're gonna put some parchment paper on the cookie sheet, and then we're gonna just scoop them up. My favorite tool is to use one of these ice cream scoops with a little lever on it. Helps them to be super even. You can get the same amount of dough for every cookie and make them bake up really even and nice. So we're just gonna scoop these all out, and then we'll pop them in the oven. All right, we've got them all scooped up. We're gonna put them in the oven at 350 for 9 to 11 minutes. I like to check at 9 minutes and kind of see where they're at. When they're finished, they like to be a little bit golden brown around the outside edge, but still a little bit gooey in the middle. And they'll continue to cook just a little bit as they cool on the rack, but let's go ahead and pop these in the oven. You want to put these in?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, there we go. And can you set the timer for 9 minutes, please? Thank you. All right, so our timer has gone off. We're gonna pull these out of the oven. You can see they're just starting to get browned on top. They're still slightly gooey in the middle. And we're gonna just take these off. Do you wanna do them?
Yeah.
Okay, be careful. Ooh, you might have to slip from here. We're gonna move them over to a cooling rack and cool on the cooling rack. So. All right, so here is our finished cookies. Chloe and I are gonna give them a taste test. Ready? Let's see, they're nice and soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. Delicious.
Delicious on the everywhere.